Let's talk about the playing personnel now. The United States, like you said, a lot of them pretty much WNBA players, all-star cast. But Nigeria, they've got some very decent players as well too. We've seen some of them come to the party in this competition. The last time I was even in a Hato, I was seeing Ezine Kalu, do some damage as well too. From the Nigerian roster, which player do you think has to step up the most today to give Nigeria, that slim opportunity of winning this game?
Well, this is interesting. I'm going to mention two players, as a matter of fact, for the Tigress. Number one for me is Adora Elono. I mean, she went into this tournament as perhaps the second best Nigerian player on the roster, but so far she has not been able to click. She has not dominated like we saw her do in the, Afro basket for women and in times past. Remember, before the World Cup, she was signed to a little contract with the Atlanta Dream of the WNBA. She hardly ever had any opportunity to feature for them, and I feel like this is a massive opportunity for her to let them know, look, the new WNBA season, when it eventually comes around, you guys will need to give me a slot on your roster. This is a perfect opportunity to do it against the very Americans. Another player has to be our best player so far by a mile at this tournament. That's Evelyn Akato. Remember, she was drafted 3rd overall in the W. That was 2017. Yeah, Dallas Wings, but she could not even get a slot on the roster, and that's why she had to sign a contract with Besiktas in Turkey. Now is the perfect opportunity to show them, you know what, you guys are missing a lot if you do not get me back where I belong. And there's no better stage, there's no better opportunity, no better performance than today against the very United States of America. And if these two players, because Evelyn Akato is our best post player right now, and then Adara Elonu is supposed to be our best perimeter player. She's a slasher, right? She can handle the ball, and she can play great defense. So these ladies need to step up. They need to take the lead for the team, and then others can feed off the energy they supply on the floor.
Okay, let's still talking about playing personnel now. Let's talk about the height advantage that the Americans have. And from the points of the paint, you can see clearly that they exploited 48.7 points in the paint compared to Nigeria's 33.5. For Nigeria, a couple of really tall girls on the team. Unfortunately, Aisha Muhammad missed out on the last game against Greece. What's her situation? And let's say she's not fit enough to play against the USA. Who has to step up?
Well, Imov Bio has to step up. Evelyn Akato has to step up. Elo Edeferioka has to step up. She's got a lot of energy, by the way. She has to step up. Atoye Ngifa has to step up. All our big men have to really, really step up. Because, I mean, against Australia, we suffered a lot of damage from Liz Cambage.
Yes.
And I'm about to tell Nigerians that it's going to even get worse against the United States. Because, I mean, in Liz Cambage, you had a huge post player who used her size and was always just dropping balls, dropping layups. He hardly took any jump shots against Nigeria. But you're coming up against the United States side with Brittany Griner, who missed out on the first 2 games because of injury. She's 6'8". Let that sink. Right. She's bigger. She's taller than any player we have on the Nigerian roster, and she missed the first 2 games. She came back in the 3rd game off the bench, 14 minutes play, scored 15 points, grabbed 6 rebounds in only 14 minutes of play. That is scary. The MVP of the WNBA this year, who also won the Finals MVP award, Brianna Stewart. She's 6'4", right? Bigger than anybody we have, apart from Aisha Mohammed, who is also listed at 6'4". Brianna is a complete monster because apart from having an incredible post play, man, she can fade away, she has a hook shot, she has a jump shot, she can shoot from 3. So this is a period where you cannot leave your body. Like, you have to stick to the body, do everything you can to, number one, I always say the primary rule of defense of the post is to even make sure the ball does not even get into the post in the first place. You have to defend. You have to make sure you deny the entry pass into the post. That's where it starts from.
Okay. You've been so objective. So let me put some emotion into this. We're Nigerians, and sometimes patriotism gets the better of us sometimes. What do you expect from this game? What do you expect? You've been objective. You've said what could happen. I know you're a Nigerian. The blood runs in your veins. But what do you expect from this game?
I am glad that what I expect does not necessarily have to be what will happen. I mean, of course, I expect the United States to win, and I expect it not to be even close, to be very honest with you, because the quality at their disposal is scary. I mean, we're just talking about size and height. We're not even talking about their perimeter game, where you have ladies like Diana Taurasi and her best friend Sue Bird. Like, when you have a starting backcourt of those two ladies, you can as well just decide not to show up for the game because the annoying thing is they've not even had to play a lot. There are 6 American players in double figures. Many of them have not even played more than 15 minutes a game. That's how incredible these ladies are. So I expect the Nigerians, the Americans rather, to win. Somebody just got excited. I expect the Americans to win. But hey, it's sports, and we're Nigerians, and we'll take anything right now.
All right. Today, Honorable, want to thank you for your time this morning. Hopefully, when next we speak, we'll be talking about Nigeria doing the impossible, and it's possible.
I mean, that would be crazy, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Thank you for your time.